Hey guys, I wanted to tell you something and I don't want you to get upset, but it's been a long time coming. Red hair and I broke up, and I want you to know that it's not your fault, and we both love you very, very much still. Nothing's changed, but sometimes when a hair color and a person, you know, start to lose the love in the relationship, that they go their separate ways. I hope you'll be okay. Yeah, so here it is guys, my purple hair, and I do have to tell you that it's not the shade of purple that I want to be. I've got a whole lot to tell you about going from red to purple and all the little things that I discovered along the way. Okay, so first of all I want to talk about fading your red hair, or any other color for that matter, but because I had red hair, this is particularly for red hair. So as you know, when I first started dyeing my hair red, I used to bleach it and then put a red Manic Panic special effects color on top of that. So underneath my hair was like bright yellow blondish color. And then I moved on to Magic Contrast and the high lift red dyes, which only lift your hair to about an orange color before depositing the red on top. So I discovered as I was trying to fade my hair that my hair was all kinds of different colors underneath. To fade my hair, all I did was wash my hair with Head & Shoulders daily. I know that washing your hair daily is bad for the hair, but I was trying to fade it as quickly as I could. So Head & Shoulders is an anti-dandruff shampoo and it absolutely just strips color from your hair. It just rips it right out. So that's why I don't use anti-dandruff shampoo when I have colored hair. So after using the anti-dandruff shampoo for about 2 weeks, I came to discover that I had yellow ends and orange hair, and the orange hair was not going to lift any further because that's what Magic Contrast lifted it to, and that's where it was going to stay. My initial intention was not to use any bleach on any of my hair that was already red because of all the lifting it had gone through already. But in the end I did have to come down to that purely because my hair was orange. And let it be known that the Magic Contrast and Alpha Puff and all those high lift dyes that I taught you about are really hard to get out of your hair, ridiculously, like even with bleach. So I ended up bleaching just the orangish parts on their own, and they lifted to like a fluorescent orangey pink color. And that is as much as I could strip from them without completely damaging my hair. For the bleaching part, I used a Schwarzkopf Nordic Blondes kit, and I'll put a picture of it here because I've lost the packaging. I had to use 2 packets to cover my whole head, and I did the roots last because I wanted to see how light I could get the rest of my hair before I did the roots, because I wanted it all to sort of match. I ended up getting my hair to like a bright yellow color, and it was still showing tints of orange from the red dye. Now my understanding from my research told me that I needed to tone my hair down to as white a blonde as I could before dyeing it purple, and that is what my intention was. But then it was a night before a family function where I would be doing a public reading, and I'd only managed to get my hair to this like bright fluorescent yellow. It was like, it seriously looked like cat piss on my hair. So I panicked. In any other case I would have just left the bright yellow hair and dealt with it like a week later or something like that, but because I had a function the next day, I panicked and I went to Hair House Warehouse. It was the only thing open. For those of you who don't know, it's sort of like a retail warehouse hair product store, but I find it to be more expensive. But this was an emergency. So anyway, I go down to Hair House Warehouse. I say to the lady, look, my hair is bright yellow. I know I need to tone it down to a white before I go purple. And she said to me, no you don't. Your hair is light enough to go purple. You can dye your hair purple. It's fine. And I was like, where? And I told her, I looked it up online, everyone had to go white blonde, you know, I read all this stuff. And I should have trusted what I'd researched myself rather than this lady. But I thought, you know what, she is a hairdresser, she is seeing me in the flesh, she can tell me what color would work with my hair. So I used these bad boys. These guys are Fudge Paintbox, and this is like the hair dye that I used when I was in high school to dye my hair crazy colors. It doesn't really last that long, but this was an emergency. So Paintbox, I got Blueberry Hill and Purple Haze. This one's more of a dark plum purple, and this one's sort of got a few more bluish undertones. And then I also got this jeans color in purple, And I mean, I just looked at the bottle and the color of purple that was showing through looked like the ideal purple that I wanted to be. So I was like, yeah, I'll get that stuff. And I brought it to the counter and I said to her, I said, will this work? Will this come out nice and bright? And she was like, you know, your hair's light. It might be a little bit dark at first, but it will be fine. It will work in, you know, you don't need the toner. And I was prepared to buy this toner, which, you know, I don't understand why she didn't just sell me the toner anyway, because it would have helped her sales. But, you know, she told me I didn't need it. So I was like, well, if she's passing up a sale of like a fucking $30 toner, then you know what, maybe she's right. Anyway, if you guys are interested in having this dark, morbid purple color, then this is what I did. The roots of my hair, you can see, are kind of closer to the purple that I want to be, and that is because I managed to get my roots to a whiter blonde than the rest of my hair, which was still orangey yellow. And you can see that the rest of my hair is sort of blackish in color. It's gone really dark, like eggplant almost, and then there's some bits that are still red and pink, and it's like a crazy mess. The reason why these bits are blackish is because they reacted with the leftover orangey pinks and reds in my hair, and that's what they worked with, and they went really dark. The majority of my hair is Blueberry Hill by Paintbox, and I mean, I really like this color down here. That color there is good. The rest of it, not so much. I ended up putting the jeans color, because I was pretty much just experimenting. I was like, you know what, I don't know which color's gonna look best. So the jeans color is the color that's starting to turn pink and red again, but in its defense, it was put onto orange hair, so it didn't really get a chance to shine. And to be fair, when I stuck it on the whiter blonde hair that I have up here, you can see little highlights coming through my fringe or bangs. It came out this kind of like nice pastel-y pinky purple, almost lavendery. And I did that by just sectioning the bottom half of my fringe and dyeing that with one separate dye, and then dyeing the top half with the other dye. And then what I did, and you can't even tell that I did it, but the ends of my hair here, I used the purple haze, and that really did not make any difference at all. So, learn from my mistake of trusting someone who didn't know what they were talking about but pretended they did. Get your hair to white blonde first. Tone it, strip it, whatever you gotta do, as long as you do it in a healthy way before you go purple, because you will end up with a blackish brown mess like I did. I'm not making a tutorial on how I got it dyed this way because I haven't perfected how I want it to look yet, and I want to show you guys the correct way to do it. I'm not going to show you my mistakes. The beauty of this is that I get to experiment and figure out all the accidents on my own head, and then show you how to do it properly once I figure that out. So I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not a hairdresser. Luckily I get to do all the experimenting for you, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. That's all I've got for you today. I'm sorry if I wasn't as humorous as I normally am, but I'm sick and I'm just sitting here alone in front of this camera, and these lights is making me want to cry and cough and sneeze and vomit, but not the vomiting part. Anyway, keep the suggestions coming for the ladies of the 80s series and any other requests you want to see. And yeah, I'm out. See you next time. Bye bye.